Hi guys, it's me back again. I said I'd do another video this morning, so this is going to be it. I've decided after many attempts I'm just going to do a Beta Band album or Beta Band record video. I've been trying to do one for quite a while, but every time I think, oh, I'll do one now, I buy something else to add to it and have to wait for that to arrive home and so on and so on. So I've decided I'm just going to do it now, and then if anything else gets added to it at a later date, I'll just show them separately. The first thing I'm going to show isn't actually a Beta Band album, but is kind of a curiosity. It is Jimmy Shand and his band, Step We Gaily. Jimmy Shand's kind of famous, very famous Scottish accordion player. The reason I'm showing you this, anyone who's into the Beta Band will probably recognise it anyway, is because the sleeve photo is exactly the same as the photo used on the first Beta Band album. So this is their first proper album, just self-titled. This is Beta Band. This is Hot Shots 2. This is their second album. For anyone who doesn't really know the Beta Band, they were kind of formed by, well, the two main people that started it, I think, was Steve Mason and Gordon Anderson, and there was other people like John McClain, Robin Jones. Various people came and went, but they were the kind of main ones. I think Gordon Anderson left quite early because of mental health problems. This is their third album, Heroes to Zeros. I think this is the last album they did as the Beta Band as well. Like I said, one of the original forming members was Steve Mason. Actually, I'll show you this first. Another Beta Band. This is just a single of Assessment. Yeah, so one of the original founder members was Steve Mason, and for Record Store Day last year, I think it was, he released this album, which is called Boys Outside. It's got a nice, just plain black and white sleeve and a grey spine. This is a really good album. If you like the kind of early Beta Band stuff, this is definitely up there with that. And again, they've just released another version of this. I think they've taken all the songs off this, and he's done like a dub version of it, or a reggae version. I can't remember. I think. I've not heard any of that yet, but it's supposed to be very good, so that might be worth tracking down. But like I said, I'm not going to wait until I get that before I do another Beta Band video, otherwise I'll never get it done. So, like I said, so Steve Mason was one of the original founder members, and so was Gordon Anderson, who was, after he left the Beta Band, he started up his own band, or not his own band, but started doing solo work. And the first album he did was this one, which is Concubine Rice, and this is just an amazing album, really good. I think of all the Beta Band albums or related albums, this is probably my favourite one. And the reason he was called Lone Pigeon is because when him and Steve Mason initially formed the Beta Band, they were going to be called the Pigeons, but just before they released the 3 EPs, they decided to change it to the Beta Band. So this is his second Lone Pigeon album called, I think it's pronounced Excuse Me, but I'm not entirely sure. Again, this is some great stuff on this. Actually, as a kind of example, if the album that this kind of reminds me most of is probably this one. So if you like David Allen, you'll probably like this. So, and then for Record Store Day this year, there was this one, which was Lone Pigeon's 28 Secret Tracks. And this, I think, was actually the first one that he recorded and released, but it was such a kind of limited thing. I don't think it was ever really commercially available as such. So, but this again is another cracking album if you like Lone Pigeon stuff. And these are still, even though it was a Record Store Day release, they're still quite readily available and quite cheap too. So it's definitely worth getting. So after the Beta Band split up, Gordon Anderson got back together with some of the original members of the Beta Band, John McClane and Robin Jones, and they formed a band called the Aliens, and released this album, Astronomy for Dogs. So again, this is pretty much just the Beta Band in a different form. I don't know whether this will show up. I actually bought both my copies of the Aliens albums directly from John McClane, and he signed them. I don't know whether you'll see that on the back there. It's a bit bashed, but it also has a promo sticker on it. So that's really cool. Even though it's bashed, it's nice to have a signed copy. This one's in better condition. I showed this when I got it. This is the Alien's second album called Luna. And again, he signed the back of this one. Again, this is all really good stuff if you like the Beta Band. And like I said, because that one was bashed and it was his last copy of it, so I was surprised he wanted to get rid of it. He said because it was bashed, he'd throw in some other things for me as well. So he sent me some singles. So this is the 7-inch of A Setting Sun. And a different 7-inch of Setting Sun. Again, that's got a promo sticker on the back of it. And Magic Man 7-inch again with the promo sticker. So these are really cool. So if by any chance you're watching, John, thanks very much for that. But also I remember doing when I first joined the vinyl community, one of the threads I answered was if you could have any albums being reissued on vinyl or reissued for the first time. I said I think the one I would choose would be the 3 EPs by the Beta Band. And I've had this kind of niggle in the back of my mind since saying that, was why don't I just try and actually just get the 3 EPs. So for the last few months I've been kind of tracking them down, trying to find them at a good price and being outbid, and so I've got 2 of them. I now have 2 of the 3. And it's the first one, the Champion Versions is the one that I don't have, because that's the one that always seems to go for the ridiculous money. But I'm really pleased to have these. So, this is the most recent one I've got, which is Los Amigos del Beta Banditos. and yeah, they don't really need any introduction. Anyone who's into records would probably know who these are. And again, it was John McLean who did the artwork for these. So I'm really happy to have. That's the most recent one I've got, and I also have the Patty Patty sound. I hope these aren't reflecting too badly. I can't be bothered to take them out of their plastic sleeves. Yes, that's my Beta Band collection. Like I said, I'm just going to be on the lookout now for champion versions, see if I can find it for anything less than, I don't know, 75 quid seems to be the lowest I've seen it go for, and I'm not prepared to pay that for it. So, oh, the other thing I meant to say was, for those of you, the Lone Pigeon stuff, he's got some brothers that are into music, or not into music, that are musicians as well. The most famous of which is Kenny Anderson, who kind of goes by the name King Creosote, who again is really prolific and has done a ton of albums. So if you know if you've heard of King Creosote, they're all part of this kind of Fife collective. I think they're all based around Fife, and they all play on each other's albums quite a lot. So yeah, so if you like King Creosote, you might like Lone Pigeon. Yeah, so that's my Beta Band collection. Again, if you've got any questions or know where I can get a copy of champion versions cheap, let me know. And oh, I'd also like to say hi to Glass Orchid Aftermath. I've really been enjoying watching your videos recently. It's strange to go through phases of watching people, you know, but his videos at the moment really seem to be striking a chord with me. So thanks, and keep them coming. And I might even do another video. I'm on a bit of a roll today. I'll see. Actually, no, I think I'll maybe go and have a rummage around the charity shops, see if I can find anything, and I'll maybe do another video later on. So take it easy, hope you're all doing fine, and I'll see you again.